The truth is, indecision kills more dreams than failure ever will. Think about that for a minute. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often and quickly. Jump and figure it out on the way down. This is the type of thinking that not only I'm sure you've heard, but it's common for super successful people. If you feel stuck in your business, chances are you're not missing strategy. You're missing certainty. Does that make sense? You're not missing strategy, you're missing certainty, and certainty isn't something that you wait for. It's something that you create. The world has the habit of making room for men whose words and actions show that they know where they're going. You just need to take the next step, because every life-changing breakthrough, every seven-figure business, every best-selling book, every global brand started with a single decision. All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. And we're on episode 8 of a 14-episode series on the 13 principles of Think and Grow Rich. And today we're going to talk about decision and building momentum with certainty. So how many times have you said something like this? I just need more time to think about it. Or I'm still weighing my options. Or worse, I start once I feel more confident. How many of you are waiting for the confidence to come for you to be able to get started on your path? I don't know if that sounds familiar to you. I think we've all kind of been there. The truth is, indecision kills more dreams than failure ever will. Think about that for a minute. Indecision kills more dreams than failure ever will. And yet we hesitate. We hesitate because of fears, because of lack of confidence, because of a ill-conceived plan. But Napoleon Hill devoted an entire chapter in Think and Grow Rich to this principle of decision. Because without it, even the best plans, they mean nothing. If you're constantly second-guessing yourself, procrastinating, or looking for perfect timing, then this is the episode that you are going to need to hear. And I believe it's one that we can hear periodically throughout our professional career as well. Because indecision is going to be the enemy of you not only moving forward with your plans, but learning the lessons you need to learn through the failures that you need 5 times more often. It's like I heard Robert Kiyosaki say at one of our events one time, fail 5 times faster and you'll become a success. So let's talk about this principle of decision. And in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill writes, successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often and quickly. I wonder if that represents you. Does that describe you? Do you make decisions quickly and then you're very slow to change them? Or do you take so much time? I know I've been there recently, and sometimes without clarity, you're making decisions really slowly and then you're constantly second guessing yourself. Why is that? Well, because the ability to decide and then act signals the belief, confidence, and power. And if you can learn to take decision and you can make it quickly and change it slowly, this will help you to build your belief, build your confidence, and build your power, not the other way around. You don't get confidence and belief and then make decisions. You've got to be willing to make the decisions with whatever information you have available and then stick to your decisions. Be resolved. Because remember, the difference between a decision and a commitment, right? They go hand in hand, but so many people are making decisions. They say, I've decided to do this in my business, but their activities don't reflect that. And so it's doubtful they really believe that they are committed to their goals. And so making a decision is one level, but making a commitment is the next level. And that helps you to be able to build your belief, your confidence, and your power by making those decisions and sticking with them. If you look at successful entrepreneurs today, like many of the ones that I've been mentioning, Sarah Blakely, Ed Milet, Alex Hormozi, Oprah Winfrey, you're going to see a common trait. They're very decisive. They don't wait, and this is another key one, they don't wait until they have all the answers. They gather enough data, they trust their gut, and they make a decision and move. I've heard it so many times from very successful people I know. is that make a decision and figure it out along the way. Jump and figure it out on the way down. This is the type of thinking that not only I'm sure you've heard, but it's common for super successful people. And so there's a principle there to be learned. Now, I'll give you a little bit of before I do that, I want to just explain why I think this is so critical. Clarity, which is what most people need for decision, clarity doesn't create your confidence, and movement creates your clarity. I want you to really think about that, because you're trying to make a decision, you're trying to make the right decision, and you don't know how to make the right decision because sometimes you don't have all the facts and you don't want to make a bad decision. But the problem is clarity does not, when you get clarity, it doesn't give you the ability to move. Moving and making decisions and moving, that's what creates your clarity. And so it's really hard sometimes for people to make decisions, but more importantly, I think some of us get stuck in this mode where we make a decision, but then we second guess ourselves over and over and over. And I learned a little trick that I think will help you from one of my mentors, Ed Milet. And he talked about something, and when he said it, maybe I'd heard it before, maybe I hadn't, but when he said it, it made so much sense to me. He said, really successful people will make a decision and then they will flood themselves with certainty so that they can continue to stay resolved to their path. I kind of ad-libbed a little on the end there, but my point that I wanted to make is that when you make a decision and you flood yourself with certainty, what does that mean? It means surrounding yourself with the right people. It means continuing to reaffirm your goals and your desires and tracking your results and tracking your path. See, when we make decisions and we surround ourselves with people that are not on a similar journey, or that are trolling you online, or negativity, or an environment that's not conducive to your success, those create uncertainty. So when you make a decision and you flood yourself with certainty, you're surrounding yourself with the right people. You're continuing to stay focused on your goal. You try to stay disciplined. And when you surround yourself with certainty, that decision is going to be easier for you to continue to have resolve to move forward. So here's where this concept of all hits home. If you feel stuck in your business, chances are you're not missing strategy. You're missing certainty. Does that make sense? You're not missing strategy. You're missing certainty. And certainty isn't something that you wait for. It's something that you create. Certainty is created through your movement and your decisions. So think about this. How many weeks have you been thinking about launching that product? How long have you been avoiding the price change because you know you need to make it, but you're just uncertain whether you want to do it? How many clients have you missed out on because you hesitated to hit send on that follow-up email? See, indecision is the silent killer. It erodes your confidence, it conditions your mind to delay action, and it weakens your confidence. Napoleon Hill even said that lack of decision was the major cause of failure among those who couldn't accumulate riches. And historically, procrastination is just a fancy word for fear in disguise. When you describe what it is that you fear, it's going to be, the precursor to that's going to be procrastination. So if you're living in maybe right now, it's time for you to move into decision and execution. And so let's talk about what you can do practically to get on this. Pick one area of your business or life that you've been stuck in, something you're indecisive about, something you can't move forward on. It could be launching a new offer, investing in coaching, hiring a team member, or going all in just the niche that you want to be able to go into. Figure out one of those areas, write down 2 clear choices. Give yourself 24 hours to decide what to do. Use the no regret rule. And when you make the decision that you're going to have, just absolutely stay committed and move forward with it. Once that decision is made, commit. Write it down. Tell somebody. Take action right away within 24 hours. Create a decision-making ritual. Maybe you could do that every Sunday or Monday. Block 30 minutes to review your week. Make fast decisions and anything pending. Get it off your plate. Make this a deliberate habit and watch the momentum of your business grow. Be a decision maker. Be a decisive person and stay committed to that. Now, let me leave you with this. The world has the habit of making room for men whose words and actions show that they know where they're going. Napoleon Hill said that. The world has a habit of making room for those whose words and actions show that they know where they're going. Do your actions show where you're going, or they just talk? You don't need to know all the steps. You don't need to decide to what exactly needs to be done. You just need to take the next step, because every life-changing breakthrough, every seven-figure business, every best-selling book, every global brand started with a single decision. So this week, stop waiting, stop procrastinating, start choosing, and let your decisions create your momentum. Let the decisions build your confidence. Let your decisions take you where you need to be in your business. And use that power of decision. Be known as a decision maker. That's my message for today. I hope you have an amazing day today. I want to really get you excited about the upcoming topics we're going to talk about with our Think and Grow Rich series, because there's some topics we don't hear as much. So we're going to be talking about that. And I want you to hit me up on the Daily Mastermind. Tomorrow we'll talk about persistence. But hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram. Share this episode. I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the world to me. And I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Have a great day.